So the new Battlefield Blockbuster series still up in the air, whether it's a modern day Battlefield 3-4 or it's a futuristic Battlefield 2142 reboot in the series name of 2042. And we're going to go look at the cryptic teasers that's been released to the community by DICE and EA and take a look at why they point to the futuristic 2142 and also significantly at Battlefield 3 and that type of era, which would be either a Battlefield 3 or a Battlefield 4 reboot. Guys, this is going to be a great one. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And with that being said, if you've not been here before, guys, consider going on to subscribe to see all things Battlefield. So the first clues we got was, you've seen the blue in the Battlefield 4 trailer then, and you can see there that first mission has the blue that we see in the cryptic messages that were released by DICE and EA just yesterday, guys. Now we can see here, it's pretty simple to assume that this is futuristic, or is it? Because this setting here we see, which we know is from the trailer, guys, this is official footage of the trailer of Battlefield 6. It could be Battlefield 3, it could be Battlefield 4, or it could be Battlefield 2042. Because what we're seeing here, the buildings, the vehicles, it could all fall under any of them dates, and that would be why we remove from 2142 and go to 2042. Again, the same here, guys. We get no clues about what age we're going on here from any of the leaks. These images you're looking at, guys, are all genuine Battlefield 6 gameplay images, and you will see a lot of that in the trailer in the next 24 hours after this video. This throws something up in the air because this helicopter looks like a Battlefield 3 helicopter, and then this looks like a Battlefield 4 vehicle. But again, there's no propeller blades here. But when we look at Battlefield 2142, guys, now this is very, very unique, because if we go from the series of World War, Battlefield 1, the original one, not the last one, and Battlefield 2, the original one, we could call Battlefield 1 the remake, Battlefield V5 would be Battlefield 2. So what comes next in the series? It would be Battlefield 2142. So that would make sure that Battlefield 2042 fits. Now, there's one kind of problem with that. It's the blues. As you've seen, the first mission in Battlefield 4 was full of them blues. We also seen them blues and the hues and colours going along Battlefield 3. So we know that that's something. But it says here about returning home, guys. So that looks as if we would be going to Battlefield 2042, because we presume 2042 would be the remake of 2142, guys. But look, in 2042, 2142, you could leave space, leave Earth. It was very futuristic like this. So is that why in the last cryptic message you just seen coming up on the screen previously, we seen it said about there's no home to return to. We need to like find a new home. Well, to find a new home, we've got to be leaving Earth. And we've got to have vehicles that much equipped. Obviously, we've had so many advances in technology since the original Battlefield 2142 that we could actually say that in 2042 we'll be able to do that. And look at this vehicle here, guys. You see how this is very similar to these? This is the cryptic message that was released yesterday to the community by EA community members, guys. Now, DICE is well known for scrambling messages, and this gets me thinking of a whole AI storyline, guys. I think there is definitely an AI storyline, but as you see these quadcopter type things, like this Condor here, they're what seems to be behind that distorted image. And it seems like AA is distorting it. You know what I want, guys, an AA gun, of course. AI is distorting it, the image, and we need to reboot the Battlefield community, is now said up on their Twitter page. But if you look here, on Battlefield 2142, this backs up the idea of it being Battlefield 2042. As I said, the dates just changed because of how fast technology has advanced since the original Battlefield 2142 release. But you can see here the nuclear missile, or the launch, or the launch system, whether it be a space rocket or a nuclear laden rocket. You can see when you look at this, that is what we have now in the leaked image. This is an official gameplay leaked image, guys. It's from the gameplay trailer that you will see in the next 24 hours. And you can see the launcher. So them launchers were in Battlefield 2142. But it was also similar things in Battlefield 4. So it's not really concrete, but it is backing up. And the evidence is just piling up to say that this is definitely going to be called Battlefield 2042, and that gives us a good idea of the time zone we're in. We're in futuristic. But again, the gameplay trailer does not show any futuristic artillery. But it does show these codes down the bottom left here, guys, of this image. And that shows some kind of AI backing. Again, 2142, look, you can see the DICE logo has been put across the old 2142 cover art. And these numbers could have been the numbers in the previous cryptic message. Here we seem to have some kind of jungle image scrambled, guys, so I'm just not sure. But what we can surely say is the old vehicles that we've seen in the game trailer image leaks don't stack up. But what I am sure of is an AI storyline is certainly there, and it would back up what we've seen previously, the director at EA say last year, or DICE, about AI being a strong part of it. And we've also seen futuristic and old, so maybe there's time travel involved, guys, through the series. Now, when we look at the links to the Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3 era, we can see All Out War is on the official description of Battlefield 4, which was released in 2013. You can see here on the YouTube channel. And that is what has been talked about for this new game, All Out War. Look, this is Battlefield 3 intro, guys. You can see here, see the man running with the gun in the center, guys. Some people have said that they can see a man running a gun in the cryptic message that was released yesterday by Battlefield and DICE. Look, this to the left is like Predator type thing, or is it a man with a gun? So is that hinting again at Battlefield 3? Is it possible we could have a game, guys, that is running through all the games, and this is a new Battlefield world and some kind of futuristic travel? I'm not sure, but I definitely do know. You can see the slice. This is supposed to be the official cover art of 2042, but you see the slice through the man. This is something that's been going on in the Battlefield 3 and the Battlefield 4 cover art for years. So that again backs up that we're going to Battlefield 4. Now the reason I reckon Battlefield 4 is, again, you see here as it says Battlefield, guys, the top half is not cut, the lettering, and the bottom half is different, and that is something that we're seeing in these logos and these leaks. So again, it backs up the Battlefield 3 series. For instance, here, this is the intro to Battlefield 3. You've got the Frostbite 2 hand. If you look here to the left, this looks like it could be a hand, but I doubt it. I mean, we're literally just clutching at straw. But the colours make me think it is definitely Battlefield 3 we are looking at. But then, when you look at other things, it's all suggested that it's a brand new era and it's a brand new design. But again, where you've got these squares, this is from the Battlefield 3 intro. This is info from the intro. It's actually included in the video. And you can see here that we've got these squares. These are something that came through in the latest cryptic messages. You can see there was a lot of squares. Now, these are just scrambled distorted messages. I think what we know is AI is running the storyline for sure. And I think AI is decrypting and making cryptic messages and images. And they're trying to be decoded by somebody, and they have to reboot the system. So I think what we know is AI seems to have a strong part in the storyline. And it is possible that we've played men in Battlefield. We've played women in Battlefield series, but we've never played a robot. So is it time that we're actually going to play an AI character? And this is why it's the dawn of man, and it's a new civilian fight, because it is man versus machine. The whole Terminator type storyline, guys, you know, the whole Fallout and man versus machine. I think that is definitely it. And that could work in a Battlefield 2042, a Battlefield 3, or even a Battlefield 4, but more likely than not a Battlefield 4. And I think Battlefield 3 is something that could be jumped. But any of these images I'm speaking about that seem to relate to Battlefield 3 series, they can also relate to the Battlefield 4, because Battlefield 3 and 4 cover art and the whole imagery around them is very similar, as you know, from Metro as a reboot. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think? Do you think we're looking at a Battlefield 2142 reboot in the name of 2042? Do you think Battlefield 6 is just a brand new series? Or is Battlefield 6 taking off in the place of Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 in that era? Because the images that we see of the vehicles all look like the Battlefield 3 era, but then you would jump Battlefield 2142. And that is the whole problem with the actual library of the games in the Battlefield series, and that is that Battlefield 2142 is in the wrong place. It needs to come after Battlefield 4 to be chronologically correct. And so they could be correcting it now by going Battlefield 3. We could be going into a whole time travel scenario, or a Battlefield world scenario where all the Battlefield series come together. Or we could be going into Battlefield 2042, which is in place of 2142. And with all that being said, we'd love to know, what are you most looking forward to in the future of the Battlefield series of summer 2021? And do you relish the idea of maybe an interacting game like a Warzone type game that brings the whole of the series together? For instance, just wraps them all around in a story and is an interconnecting game? With that being said, let us know in the comments what vehicle are you most looking forward to seeing. And with that being said, have a great day ahead, and we'll catch you on the field.